it is much easier for Surket to get the jump on Set, but if Set has beads and has the resources to deal with a CC, he should be able to win out on the fight.
Well, it's game number 1 of our best of 5, our grand finals. Who's going to take the lead between the Warriors and the Dragons? Let's kick things off with our casters, Gore and Trelly.
Thanks so much, J-Mac and Mifflin. It is, in fact, Gore, Trelly, and of course Doug giving us the window. They hit some of those late game spikes just because the builds, especially early on, depending on where you're at, don't let you hit super hard. Right now, you need to hit hard. If you're Pagon, you've got some damage, but Lasbra's got a little bit more in the help from Dardes. And first blood goes over to the Dragon's jungler. Can he escape? And can they find Panatom? Taunt is good. A little extra damage from the Hera. Panatom's going to keep the chase up. Goes deep into the jungle. Used to seeing as the first item on Surket. Do you like this kind of, I guess, deviation from the build, or is it just kind of the new meta? Maybe we'll hold that as Pagon thrown back in, and that's the combo you wanted to see, Trelly. Maybe overdone, but Lasbra's got the damage, and Dardes has the finisher, and it's a second kill onto the mid laner. Most important thing that means right now, Beacon, when it does come back up, Titans will go down mid. The map stays in its current state, but Pyromancer is the objective.
Lasbra in the back.
Do you yield is the question. The answer is no. Lasbra goes in. Good taunt. Great Argus. And the damage is there for the Dragons immediately onto Pagon. Nika gets into the back and gets the kill. Panatom alone. Up into the sky is the Thor, but it does not look like anyone's going to be aggressing from the Warriors. Fall back for Panatom. Now maybe that is because I am not a chef. I know some recipes do take longer to cook than others, but it feels like the junglers right now, Panatom with this CC chain. Oh my god. I mean, you were calling for it, right? If you can lock him down, lock him down.
Man, Mike with the Dharmic Pillars into the throw, that was just so clean. Lasbra gets the CC chain, says, hey, anyone got follow-up? Mike said, I got you, bro. Throw him right into the Dharmic Pillars. That was a nasty combo.
Well, now Mike in a little bit of trouble. Only has the dash to use, goes forward. Argus dropped, and it's on to Sot. Has to go up into the sky. Pagon getting pressured by Nika, uses the ult for CC immunity, gets some damage out there, but they're just chasing down the Raijin, and they find exactly what they need. Now the leap forward, the Dragons want a little more. Force Netroid to fall back, ult through the wall, get some damage spread on the Lasbra. Sot goes in, gets one, and he has a great opportunity to find a little bit more, but the cooldown's just not there. The hammer, the stun, it can't go through. He can't survive. 4 killed off by the Dragons. It's a 7-1 lead, and Trelly, it's a fire giant.
It better be at this point. While the Titan was pushing in to the left side, Phoenix, that fire should be going down. But they got to make their push count.
These sieges, I mean, talk about it. That's the way some of their games have ended in phase 1. We'll see what they can do. Lasbra goes in the damage. You called it right on to Pagon. Had the beats. It just comes up way too late to help him out. Genetics gets low. But the Warriors, I should say the Dragons, they don't care about killing off the pile of rocks. Instead, it's just getting the Phoenix. Was started by the Warriors, dropped by the Warriors, now picked up and finished by the Dragons. Engage Cataclysm on 2 from Genetics. Sot's already half health immediately into the back, and it's on to Pagon. Who would have guessed it? That's where they want their damage. Half health for the mid laner, and it's going to be the 6th death in this game as the Dragons start to surgically remove the Warriors from this fight. Now separated, they take care of Sot. Lasbra going deep, having to choose between Genetics and Panatom as to who he chases down.
This Titan's dead.
Netroid's going back. Oh my god, the minions! The minions have been doing the work the whole time. Netroid goes back. Oh, but you can't do anything about it. Put another one on the counter for the Winions this weekend.
You don't want to fight Mori Ares. Once the transformations happened, the value is going to come.
We'll have to see if the ONI Warriors can deal with this Morgan, can deal with the Jade Dragons as we jump ourselves into game number 2. We'll throw it over to the casters.
Thanks so much, J-Mac and Mifflin. And Trelly, we're going to be jumping in not only game 2 here, but an interesting one, I think, for the Warriors and for the Dragons, knowing that the Morgan back. Pagon. Really hoping for the former if he gets his way. Sot, though,
the silence!
is the one who's under trouble. The silence is good in first blood. It's fast this time, but it's on Lasbra the same as he finds the last auto onto Sot in the right-hand lane, and Panatom just has to watch
some time
as the
over on right. But it looks like we'll finally see a little bit of action here. Pagon doesn't really care. Not anything. He's stepping forward on the Lasbra.
It goes for the knock up the ult just off the mark. Bat out of hell. Gets the distance Lasbra needed to make sure that doesn't connect. And now Pagon, he's in trouble. So many ults used. But it does not matter. A kill is a kill. And the Dragons put a second one on the damage, though. And the Dragons have the full force. All 5 versus 3. Blink. Beads on cooldown for 40 seconds here for Pagon. And halfway charged. It's the beacon for the Dragons. Genetics chained down. That's going to lock up the Terra pretty easily. Vote goes up. Vote comes down. Damage is good. The rest of the teams respawn into the wall. Goes the Chernabog. Jumps down, and it's perfect timing from Sot to help get the damage. Vote still alive, but Pagon shows up, and Pagon gets the job done. No escape from Mike, pulls in 2, but the Warriors have scattered the Dragons. Health bars are low. Bad out of health, forced out of Dart as he retreats under tier 1. Pagon, knock up, Water Hands, gets exactly what you need in terms of damage, creates the space, is looking for a kill onto Nika, forces him back in the red health bar duo. But the 5 Warriors are not to be deterred. They let the Runic Bomb get picked up there by Nika, who goes in, looks for a silence, goes for the Dazzling Offense. The Dragons now trying to turn things around, and a wall from Sot blocks some of the damage coming out from Pagon. Instead, they've turned things around. It's Netroid who goes down and trade for Nika. Pagon pulled in a massive ult from Mike, but the follow-up, the damage, it's not there. Panatom goes for the knock-up. Maybe that's a little too heavy-handed. Is the hope of getting that blue buff.
Sot does dream of blue buffs, I'm sure.
Honestly, I wouldn't. You could tell me that of any solo laner, I'd believe it. Dardes
is alive?
Is alive, turns things around. I can't believe this one hit was all that was needed, but CC and the pull in from Mike puts Pagon in the dirt. A great play from the Dragons to save their mid laner.
I mean, we were both so nonchalant about that because it looked like such a free kill, right? It seemed like Pagon's going to just pop his one, Dardes is going to fall down, but the peel and the silence coming through. Nika and Mike know how to keep their mid laner alive. Easy kill there. Shouldn't have been, but ends up being so. And now Lasbra blinks and immediately gets impaled. Detroit tells him to sit down, and now he's going to jump forward. Lasbra just got immediately punched in the face.
I mean, that's 2 plays in a row from both teams, realistically, that just go to show, look, man, you're good at this game.
And this Pyromancer has spawned back in. ONI Warriors already going for their pull.
Nika, I would argue, one of the saving graces for the team right now, because he goes in and steals the Pyro from the Warriors. In with the damage there, the sprint, the shielding, tries to get out, but the Warriors chase him down, kill him off. Mike now trying to run away. Good wall from Sot, surrounded by 5. It's going to be a double kill, and that is the power of the Warriors.
You're trying to stall this one out. I understand. You want that cooldown to go as quickly as possible. 3 minutes left on Fire Giant. Doesn't seem like an actual team fight will occur. More so just stallings. Again, there's not a Kamazat's here.
Tier 2. That's where the pressure's been from the Warriors. Last few autos don't connect. Genetics, Netroid. Grabbed by no escape. Pulled in only on Genetics, who has to stay alive in the back. Low health. Tier 2 goes down. Panatom leads the way for his team. Chains do a lot of damage, but Netroid makes sure to secure it. Sot goes dunking in deep. Eats a lot of his health.
But then Mike goes in, goes for an ultimate. He ends up getting picked there. If the call was to give up the tier 2, why did they go so hard for the fight? And once again, Lasbra's nowhere to be found.
Genetics goes in first. Nika, dazzling offensive to the back. Helps find Genetics, burns down the support. And now, I mean, Sot, you're tanky, but I just don't know that this is going to be enough. Not tanky enough to withstand the damage of a Phoenix and 5 Dragons. So you have to be careful. Netroid even accidentally walling Sot off. And now Sot's been chained. That actually might be a big deal. Hammer is good for the disengage.
Lasbra.
Lasbra, is he going for the loop or are they going for the primal? That's the question for the Dragons here. I think it depends a lot on the Warriors' positioning. Wall doesn't connect from Sot. Netroid, they're hanging around Shelly. They might actually even want to go for a steal or go for the fight. Sot getting burned, has to play carefully, is not. And that's going to be a kill over towards Lasbra. Forced into the wall for Vote, who's low health. Can Panatom find him? Has the chase, gets what he needs, but Lasbra's got a double. He gets to the back, and he helps get rid of Pagon, helps get rid of Netroid. And like that, the Warriors crumble under the pressure from the Dragons.
I mean, this Ares pick, Mike is going absolutely nuts in this matchup so far. Entangling wings, so once he procs that sprint, he's going to root everyone near him, pretty much guaranteeing those chains are going to connect.
Panatom silence, dazzling offense used by Nika, tries to go for the stun, but instead eats a lot of damage. In fact, Sot chasing down to get a little extra out there. Netroid, the ult's just a little short, does not have the damage now, no CC. Pagon caught out, uses the ult to disengage. No beads, pulled in, and it will be a kill right there. Genetics Already low, needs a little bit of help to try and get out of here, but Lasbra, bat out of hell. The chase down is good, and it is on 3 down out of nowhere for the Warriors. Let's call it for Netroid, doing his best to run and buy time, but there's nothing you can do. Tier 2 is going to be the target for the Dragons. 30 full seconds, and it's just Panatom. Ult's going to be coming up for Panatom.
He's got Blink, he's got beads.
He's got a lot in his toolbox to try and make this work. Mid-Phoenix, taken down by the Dragons. They lead by 4 kills. It's 27 minutes. You need a little bit more time if you're Panatom here. Has to go for the knock-up. Is able to find 2 with it. Damage is going to be there. Ult used. The splash is good, but he's just not strong enough alone. And the Dragons are going to win game 2.
Wow, 2-0 for the Dragons off of a great start for the ONI Warriors as well. I mean, of course,
down that
you've got
Jade Dragons have been rolling through these first couple of games. Can they end off with a 3-0 here in the finals, or will the ONI Warriors be able to bounce back? Let's throw it one more time over to Gore and Trelly.
Thank you so much, J-Mac and Mifflin. Trelly, we're in an interesting spot here. Like you said, they forced the beads early. Pagon's got to feel a little in trouble because now you see dash forward at least from Dardes. That's all without the taunt even at this point. So the pressure, potentially even just around the corner from level 3. Beads forced now by Lasbra. Stun's going to be good. Dash is there, but the reach, it's not enough damage. And instead, Lasbra eats too much. It's the turnaround from the ONI Warriors. It looked like a good fight, but it's 2 kills to the other side. A great start for Panatom and Pagon.
the cooldowns just were not there, and that's honestly that's a Bumba's dip. If Dardes has any other starter there, he probably has the damage to find that kill, but this purple buff doesn't belong to Vote as long as Panatom is here. He can keep trying to go in for steals, but the Pele is not leaving him alone.
And Panatom even now just trying to get some damage on the mic. Gonna be a 2v1 in mid. Pagon in trouble. The dash gets canceled, and there they finally find exactly what they were looking for before. And they find an open kill on Pagon 20 seconds before those beads come back up. And 20 seconds he's going to be wishing he had.
Bro, I really want to see a highlight reel of how many times Pagon has died with his beads off a 10-second cooldown. Panatom should be able to get out of range with the beads, but waits out the taunt perfectly. Dardes plays that so clean. He pre-beats the taunt, and Dardes said Panatom already finished because he went at first item. And more importantly, Dardes, who needs cooldown, working on a breastplate. This Athena, if you want to clear waves, if you want to be able to grab anything, you got to be able to step forward and actually use your cooldowns. As we see Genetics go for no escape, just to try and start something. Lasbra takes a lot of damage, though.
Pagon going in, has the drums at least to kill off Mike. Dash from Lasbra gets him just far enough. He's not going to worry about it. Single pick from the Warriors. And Trelly, I was thinking with this amount of a rotation, maybe you go for a Fury, but Netroid's going to start pushing the tower. You got Panatom, Genetics.
75% of a level there. You don't want to take this trade. Vote does not have much damage, but might have to fight it. Doesn't have the pulse for a bit, has to juke around. Let's see how much damage he really has.
Aegis, buy some time for Netroid, up to the sky. One shot, canceled immediately. Rolls forward for the autos, misses one shot. Now you've got Mike there, and the Dharmic Pillars come out, but does Vote have anything to save him? He has the Aegis, it keeps him alive, but the pull is better.
He had beads.
He had beads.
He thought it was going to kill him, so he didn't beads. It didn't kill him. He could have beads and lived that.
He could have just gone out of there.
He really thought. I mean, I honestly do a lot to the backline, to the ADC of the Jade Dragons, and that's the call, right? Build ONI Hunter's Garb, get as tanky as possible. Force fights. Lasbra needs to get up into the sky. Should be able to. No, the Raiju just does too much damage. This man just finished that Obsidian Shard, and plenty of DPS coming from Tycho drums. Lasbra's way too far forward.
Primal Fury should go the way of the Warriors.
To grab a Phoenix. Might be able to tank this one up. Let's see if the ONI Warriors want to step forward. Seems like they're sort of feeling this one out.
Well, the Dragons go in. Taunt's good. Netroid has to use the beads immediately. Knock up from the Pele. Finds a little bit. There's Panatom deep in the back. Spreads the damage out. Looking for Vote primarily. Unable to find it. Phoenix still standing. Tycho drums damage. Good onto Nika. Might be tanky. Can't do much. Snipes. Ring true. Netroid kills off Vote. And that's an opening that the Warriors needed. They can now walk in and take this Phoenix. 30 seconds. No Nika. No Vote. You might not have the defense necessary. This might be the best case scenario for you, as if Lasbra can do something, but he's just proxying right now. Vote forcing the ult. Thanks to the no escape from Genetics, Mike has no such grace. Pulled in, killed off. And it is 5v4 now as Lasbra rejoins the fight. Snipes coming out, and all 3 shots connect from Netroid. Sends Vote out, opens up this Phoenix, and it's a second bird down on the base of the Dragons.
Yeah, 2 Phoenixes down off of a pre-20-minute Fire Giant. He's insane. There's no way they look for the end call, but at the very least, that tier 2 in mid could be their target. Lasbra is attempting to pull
Wore off just a few seconds ago, so it's going to be back in about a minute. Genetics tanks up the tier 2. What a vast difference it makes when Netroid is there and not there. Well, the tier 2 in mid will go down, and Lasbra will find, well, unfortunately, the black and white version of Smite. Panatom picks up a solo kill in right, just as easy as you can imagine the lead. 20,000 gold. And they are going to continue to just stand menacingly at the base. Nika's the target. Nika's getting burned, has to ult, and that Mystic Rush gets him over the wall, Vote into the sky. Can he get out of here? Snipes from Netroid. Not going to find the connection they need. They step into the Titan room, try to get some damage out there. Lasbra, half health. Sot with the silence, opens up a lot. Nika goes in to try and zone, but gets killed off. The Warriors say no to a 3-0. They step into this game, and they just hit different. The Dragons, no chance to respond since minute 1. And Trelly, we're at least going 4.
Well, Gore, after that first blood where the 2 kills were dropped, I said, hey, the Jade Dragon...
Morgan, Susano, Ymir. Those are your places.
We'll see if the Jade Dragons can run it down and find themselves an early lead to push this one, or are we going to be going to Game 5 here in the finals? Let's jump right into Game number 4.
Thanks so much, J-Mac and Mifflin. It's going to be Gore, Trelly, and Doug.
He dealt with time and time again by the Jade Dragons, and he needs to be very wary about where Lasbra is at any given moment if he's going to step forward.
Mike. Gonna have Lasbra here. Blink now from the Pele. Goes in, knock up on the Ymir. Wall's good. And now with the Athena, you'd think it'd be enough, but a wall from Genetics creates a lot of space.
He's gonna die to tower.
He's running as far as he can, and like you said, doing his best to deny this.
They lost him? Oh, he don't. Oh, Darkness still got him!
The damage. He didn't wait it out long enough. Thought they were chasing him. They were on the XP camp.
That's crazy. Not only did he get the wall of the sentry, they didn't know where he was. Lasbra ulted towards Chester. He thought he was going right. And I think dying to tower was the correct call.
Sot potentially going to be exploding the shield here, looking for damage. Stun, maybe onto Nika. No, it's going to be Lasbra rotating in alongside Dardes. They pressure out Panatom. Jump forward from the Odin cage down, and good luck getting out of this one. Kill to the Warriors on Lasbra, locked down. Ymir wall up, Ymir wall down. Not much you can do about it. Dragons fighting around. Pagon low, Pagon gone. And that's exactly what the Dragons needed. Panatom's too low, and the chase is good. Reach gets a little damage. Dardes needs something extra. Just won't have the cooldowns to make it work. Wall from Genetics creates more space, but it leaves him out to dry. And the support for the Warriors ticked one more hit. I have to admire it. Dardes goes for a blink play to try and get the kill on a backing, I believe, Panatom.
Yep.
I'm feeling a little shaky about keeping Ymir on that list. It's not as fun as a talking point if it's just Hebo and Athena, but right now, they still have their opportunity to maybe try and prove things right. Pagon taunted in. A lot of damage, oh my god, coming in from the Dragons, but it's a split fight. A little bit in mid and a little bit on Sot. One more hit, someone's gotta get him.
No
but
one?
the shielding, it's gonna get him out of there. Instead, they turn things around. Nika is the one who dies in mid. Sot walks away, and the Warriors seemingly get away with murder. Panatom's not one to let it out to dry. Lasbra, not a lot of mana to work with. Keeping things on level with Nika. Maybe I'll have to hold that question because Lasbra wants a little bit more of a fight. Dashes in for Panatom, finds the damage. It's Mike who gets the last little bit there. But a kill nonetheless, and they might as well add 2 for the support. Double kill for Mike, 3-0-1. And a great play from the Dragons to pick up a couple kills on left.
Should be a free gold Fury unless Pagon's got something to say about it. He's walking up and Dardes is playing zone duty. There's no way that Netroid gets involved with there. Will be the Morgan watching slowly. There's some low health bars here too. Who does he turn into? Probably Pele. And that is the call. Can he find a kill is the question.
Goes in for it. Immediately has the autos necessary to help out, get a kill on Mike. Netroid finds that last weave to auto. Not enough there. Up into the sky goes the Rom. The snipes. They're good! good! All 3 shots, and it's a great, great kill. But Netroid burns him down for stepping forward despite the play from Vote, despite the kill from the Dragons. 3 of them disappear, and the Warriors turn this fight around and pick up the Fury.
Well, now it's Nika's turn to try and make something happen.
The Warriors. Mike goes around the back. Has Dardes. The lockdown onto Genetics. Damage seems to be there. But the rest of it just is not. The team hasn't responded just yet. Sot comes in. Sot has the cage, just waiting to see when he's going to drop it. If he's going to drop it, if he even needs it, they have the damage, and he locks in Vote. They kill off Mike, and it looks like the duo lane going to struggle a little bit. Chernabog is going to dash around. Up into the sky goes the Rom, and they just decide to ignore him. Nika goes down, and the front line for the Dragons disappears. Lasbra is looped around the back, but is not for help. It's to save his own life. Dardes goes down on the chase, and the Warriors lead now 8-7. Pull in teleport from Panatom. He has the health. He tries to hold it. Sot leaps forward and gets the kill. And 4 disappear from the Dragons. The Warriors run down mid and take a lead.
Yeah, but you can still see Lasbra hiding. He dropped a ward as well, just to see if this Gold Fury would be gone for.
The taunt makes people attack you. Fire Giant's been started up here by the Warriors. It's already halfway down. They're going to go ahead and drop that in terms of trying to find something else. Dash, taunt, and then a great wall. Vote forced up in as well.
He's dead. He's going
to wait for us, and it should be the cage, and he's actually going to find a little bit more than just him. Forces the shell from the other side, but it does not matter. It's not a phantom shell just yet. It's only for the shielding, and it's not enough to save Vote's life. Dardes low, Mike low, both of them follow Vote into the ground and into the grave, and you might as well add Lasbra onto that. Now Nika, last man standing with Pagon and Sot chasing him down. The rest of the team looks over towards the FG. Panatom goes to push down right, and it is going to take a little while. They need some extra damage, but the Deicide rolls through. The Warriors take the lead. They take the FG, and they're going to push themselves forward, taking a little while to get the Fire Giant. But appropriate tanking and now appropriate presence on the map means they're going to get more towers out of it.
And that's what I'm talking
Pyro
about, right?
goes over to the Warriors. Genetics double bombed up on a Sunday afternoon. Fire Giant. He's going to get started up. Panatom caught out. Panatom has to use the dash, a lot of it, defensively. Tries to get away. Loop around, though, from Pagon. The cage is good. Nika gets the kill, but do they have the lockdown necessary to find anything? Pagon goes in, but Pagon gets shredded. The damage from the Dragons is looking great. 2 already gone on the side of the Warriors, and Sot jumps forward to lead the way. Nika has to fall back, but the rest of the team is there. Taunt good on the Netroid. Beads will not protect you here. The double dash gets some distance. The egg is still there, but it's not gonna get used. No safety, and now the front line, all that's left. Sot forced to back, and an EFG laying and wait for the Dragons. Panatom respawning now. Pagon in 5, waiting for that ult to come back for him. Until then, he's gonna have to walk in the old-fashioned way. Fire Giant, half health.
No runic bombs for the Dragons.
They've got 2 on the other side. Cage gets dropped. The fight is on. The Warriors want to make sure this goes their way. There's Pagon with the ult and the transformation. They come in and they steal that one away. Now the Dragons forced to turn tail and run, but they just cannot escape. Vote with the roll. Forced into the sky and into their waiting arms. Snipes coming down onto Panatom. Does not connect on the last bit of damage. Instead, it's the Warriors looking great. They find the kills. They roll through the Dragons. 4 of them gone, and now run straight down mid. Use this EFG and tie this set up.
It was just too difficult. Burning through SOT's HP was not possible. They said, hey, let's just ignore Sot. We'll go in for the enhanced Fire Giant. Pagon flies through. Panatom was already there, and 2 runic bombs was just too much to try and contest. That Titan is certainly dropping down, and we are going to a Game 5 score. What a well-played fight by the ONI Warriors. They knew even if they lost 3, they could stall that one out.
And then I got to keep eyes on Nika as well with this tier C, the performance that he can bring over there in the solo line. It is game number 5. Reverse sweep potential for the ONI Warriors. Can they complete the sweep, or will the Jade Dragons shut it down here? Let's go into game 5 with Gore and Trelly.
Thank you so much, J-Mac and Mifflin. And for the last time for this set, for this event, it's Gore, it's Trelly. We've seen them rotate pretty early. Worst case scenario, if you don't see him sub 12, you'll see him usually around the beacon fight at 12 minutes. So guaranteed opportunity for him. Panatom getting aggressive, forces the ult. Now they've got the Athena here. They've got exactly what they need. A couple ults used, but it's first blood to the Warriors. Panatom kills off Dardes and starts this game off right.
Yep, and that's one of the big issues with Aphrodite, of course. You only get that one ultimate, and if you can't find the immunity you're looking for, you're going to be ran through. Dardes loses beads, loses...
And I believe looking at it, for the Dragons, that was the last one standing. All 6 still up, actually, the other way around. Vote forced into the wall, the damage, the burst, seemingly out of nowhere, and Pagon with the loop around finds the exact position you need to go if you're going to pick up Vote on that one. A second on the board for the Warriors, and 2 kills this game total. And it is a clean pickup. Now 1-0-1 for both Panatom, Pagon, then a nice 0-0-2 pickup for Genetics, as Vote spends a few more seconds in the penalty box.
I can't figure out a single reason Vote would be there. Like, unless it was just, hey, Gold Fury could be coming up. I'm about to repeat myself. I can't think of a single reason Mike would be here. Gold is not being done. Why are we even stepping up at this point? Gold Fury is going to be absolutely free here for the ONI Warriors. They had the cold lead, they have the pressure, they've got the man advantage. They just got spoon-fed 2 free kills because out of position.
And consequently, the only reason that you would be in that position to begin with now also goes over the Warriors. The Gold Fury.
The ONI Warriors haven't left. They've got healthy HP. At least heading over, but it looks like a blink in for Panatom trying to find the kill. Luckily, Vote gets to the sky. Where's he going to go back down? Hiding in the wall, trying to turn this around is Lasbra.
Has the damage. Panatom's low teleports away in there. The AoE, he uses it against Genetics to get the kill. Vote gets traded out, but finally the Dragons are on the board and they're not done chasing just yet. Dardes is here. You've got some damage and healing, but you don't have the confidence and you don't have a tier 1. They have to let that one go. 1 kill for 1. Honestly, with the way this has been going, Trelly, it feels pretty good.
Certainly does. All the while sought.
Pressure on. Leaves the Phoenix. No, turns back. The Dragons think they have what they need to distract, and they're going to continue exactly what they're doing. Fire Giant's getting low. 25% HP. Fearless on Netroid against the wall. They're looking for the kill. They're not going to find it. Warriors get the Fire Giant, and the damage, the pressure is on. Netroid finally killed off. Vote joins the fight at the end, and they're looking for some kills, but it's 1 for 1. Mike falls down on the Dragons, and they need a little bit more to get the magic working for them. And they've got Vote, but is Vote going to be able to find anything? He's in the wall, waiting, sought, looking for him. Lasbra goes down, dash, comes in, and you're losing everything on the fight. It's the duo lane on the Warriors, but it's 3 down for the Dragons. The rest, Dardes, Nika, turn and run. Only started up, but it looks like the Dragons, as of right now, are going to let this one slide due to its non-enhanced nature. The fight afterward, you have to be a little more careful of. Taunt on Mike is good, and now the engage stun. Follow-up damage is there. 8th on the board for the Warriors, and a 3rd for Panatom. 3-1 and 5 for the jungler. And Mike, 40 seconds in the grayscale.
See, and that makes no sense, right? Why, if you're not defending fire, range of a dash taunt does get taunted back in and forced to beat, but yep, here comes the wall. Is this a good wall, or are you stuck in the sanctified fields, Mike?
Yeah, he's locked in there with them, not the other way around. The front line from the Dragons just deleted. The Warriors now smell the blood in the water, want to get aggressive. Vote has to go into the sky, but where do you land? It has to be right back where you started. Goes towards Netroid. Aegis buys some time. Do you have the damage? Dardes, make sure you live as long as you possibly can. The dash to the wall. Vote is surviving through everything that it should be, but finally taken down. Separation is there from the Dragons, and there's nothing you can do to defend this one. It's Lasbra versus the world. Fire minions pour into the base. The Warriors, you either 3-0 them or you're done. They come in to start this win streak one more time and take the 2nd kickoff tournament this year.
The double assassin squad of Pagon and Panatom absolutely run the early game.